We made it here. We made it to Moraine Lake here for sunrise. We got up at 1:30 a.m., drove to Banff, got on the shuttle at 4:30 a.m. and I'm here now, positioned for sunrise. Just trying to find the perfect spot. There's no clouds in the sky, so the sun is definitely gonna hit. We're gonna get a beautiful sunrise. Probably won't get too much color in the sky, but it's gonna be a beautiful morning here at Moraine Lake. Oh, hello. All right, so we're here at Moraine Lake. We just caught sunrise. As you can see, it was beautiful. I made some coffee this morning, 1:30 in the morning. Popped it in the Stanley, not the Stanley that everybody's using, but the original Stanley. The Stanley that, this kind of Stanley. It's so amazing here just to come, enjoy the sunrise, smell the beautiful mountain air. But as you can see behind me, pretty epic view of Moraine Lake. In my opinion, probably one of the most spectacular places in the whole world. And so what's better than just being here in front of this amazing blue lake, mountains, and coffee. So cheers to you, cheers to Moraine Lake, and yeah, hopefully you can come visit Canada anytime soon. We're here, boom, coffee time here, Moraine Lake. In this episode, we're going to be talking about stepping out of the algorithm, fighting the algorithm, the thing that we all hate. It's a love-hate relationship. The algorithm does good, it does bad. But I want to talk about a few things that are happening in my life. If you're following my vlog, if you're following my journey, you're probably wondering, I've been following Scott. He's been taking photos like this behind me. And all of a sudden now he's doing fitness journey. And you're probably like, what the heck am I watching? But I want to encourage you. Part of it for me is as I've aged and grown, and I've been shooting places like this for years in travel media and sharing my story and taking people around the world. And I love that. I still love that. It's an important part of my story. But also for the last so many years, I've been living this hustle life where I'm traveling, capturing, and I've put myself last when it comes to my health and wellness. And just this past year, just being home and being able to get in more of a routine has been really helpful for me. But I want to talk about for people that are watching this, when it comes to social media. Social media pushes us on an idea or concept, and especially, if you follow Adam Mosseri, who's the CEO of Instagram. The other day, he talked about sends and shares are the most important thing, creating content that people want to share. And we come up with these algorithm hacks. We come up with these ways to grow on social media. But what we do is we end up creating content that we ourselves aren't even passionate about. We end up creating content that we don't even care about. It doesn't share our true story. In fact, we're just creating content to go viral. And what happens in that is you lose yourself. You lose who you are, you lose your story. And so for me, part of my story lately is like my fitness, my health, my wellness, and just doing those things that make me happy. To the point where I'm sharing what makes me happy. And if people like it, they like it. And if they don't, they don't. I don't want to appease an algorithm. I don't want to appease just some kind of thing to go viral. I've gone viral. It's been good. It gets your dopamine. It gets your dopamine going. Viral. But at the end of the day, it's just, what is it? It's not your life, And so for me with my fitness journey and everything that I'm doing, yeah, I'm still going to travel. I still want to go to great places, but I want to share me. I want to share my story. And so I want to encourage you. A couple things is, number one, give yourself permission to grow. You've got to give yourself permission to grow. You've got to come outside the algorithm and you got to say, hey, I'm giving myself permission to grow as a creator, as a person, as a human being. I want to read more, learn more, study more, be around other people, push myself. Things that I never thought I would do, you give yourself permission to grow. It's okay. You don't have to be niched down. You don't have to be locked into one thing. And so if you're watching this, you're like, I'm a creator. Yeah, you can create, but you can create multiple things that you love. Maybe you love travel, but maybe you love cooking. Maybe you love fitness. Maybe you love whatever it is, whatever your passion is. Share those things, share your story, and convey that on social media. So number one, give yourself permission to grow. When you're creating content that you're not passionate about, that's when you burn out. And so for creators, they run out of steam because you're doing things that you actually don't care about. You're doing things just to get work or get money, or you're creating things that you think the algorithm's gonna push. But at the end of the day, like I said, you lose yourself and you burn out. And the way to not burn out is to create things that you're passionate about. When you wake up in the morning, I got vision for this. I got ideas for this. I'm excited to share this. And maybe some people will like it and maybe some people won't. But at the end of the day, if you're creating things that you're passionate about, you're gonna be fueled up, you're gonna be fired up, and that's gonna lead to more opportunities that excite you. And so if you're just creating content because you gotta keep up with other people, or you see somebody else did something, you go, I wanna do that because it's gonna blow up. At the end of the day, if it's not in you, you're gonna burn out. And so to avoid burnout, you gotta find your sincere passion. Number 3, you gotta stop caring what people think. Okay, so this is a funny thing about what I'm doing lately, is I started posting some fitness content, and I've had a lot of support from people, but I've also had people be like, Scott, what is going on with you? Scott, what's happening? And honestly, as I age, I just don't care what people think anymore. And I think what you've got to do is cast off the fear of what other people think about you, because at the end of the day, it's your life. It's you living your story. They're not in your shoes. If you think, oh, what's so-and-so going to think? They don't walk in your shoes. They don't sleep in your bed at night. They're not in your room with you. They're not in your skin. And so who cares what people think? They don't have to live your life. All that matters is you're doing what is pushing you forward. And yeah, you want to get accountability from your friends. And my friends are encouraging my journey, but you got to stop caring what people think. You got to not let the fear of others control you, what you create, what you do. And the moment you throw off that fear, you start trying new things. And maybe you might do it for a season and you might not be pumped on it later, but that's okay. We go through ebbs and flows of discovery of who we are and what we like. And that's completely okay. But as a creator, you've got to stop caring what people think and just start doing you. And finally, number 4, you've got to stop letting an algorithm define you. And an algorithm's good because it helps you discover what you like, and it does push content to you to keep you enjoying what you're consuming. But the moment you start designing your content or creating content for an algorithm is the moment you lose yourself. So I've been in this game a long time. I've been capturing and sharing, and I've seen the algorithm change. I was on social media before there was an algorithm. I remember when they introduced the algorithm, we all freaked out because everything was in chronological order. And once the algorithm started, we were like, okay, it's still okay. But now, years later, we're like, oh, the algorithm sucks. And I just want to encourage you, don't let an algorithm define you. I know for me, it's just super important in this season of my life just to try new things, discover new things, find out what I'm passionate about, and just create what's in my heart and share that story. And so as you're watching this, if you're wondering what in the world's going on with me, you're following my transformation journey. I am so pumped up right now about the things that I'm doing, the people I'm meeting, things I'm trying, the things I'm pushing myself for. I'm just so inspired. And I honestly just love sharing on social. I just love sharing my results. I love sharing what I'm learning. I love empowering other people. And I just don't want to let an algorithm define me. So as creators, just find your voice. And the whole thing is, they say, the nicher you go, the more you grow, or something to that degree. And I just think, forget that mentality. You might have 3 niches. Just be yourself. You are not a niche. You are one person. You're not one thing. You're not one thought. You're not one passion. We're all comprised of different things, and we're growing every day. And so forget the niche, forget the algorithm. That's what I'm here to say, is just be yourself, create what you love, share your story, meet new people, and try new things. And I'm going to keep traveling. I'm going to keep taking you places around the world. I'm going to take you in the gym with me. I'm going to take you around the world with me. We're going to go on some awesome places. You're going to see more of me and who I am as I meet more people. But I just want to thank you for watching. If you like this, like and subscribe, follow the journey, and I'm going to take you to more beautiful places like this in my own backyard here in Alberta and around the world. And so I would encourage you as creators, get out there, get creative, be yourself, and forget the algorithm. All right, see you in the next episode.